I did talk to someone playing in the women's tournament now, and she said that there was some sound for televised. I mean, do you know if they're going to be piping in anything audience-wise?
That's a good question. I don't. Nobody said anything to me
Hmm.
personally, but I'm assuming just. I know the games in the Premier League. You know, I think you have the option. I think for us, maybe just considering how or where the games are going to be played. You know, it's just. I mean, it's obviously going to be an empty stadium. Not not much around us. You know, the people know we're in Orlando. I don't know. I would assume that I think they would put on some noise just because I think unless people want to hear, you know, maybe the screaming, it's more intimate. It depends on the viewer. You know what I mean? What type of experience you want.
It's funny you brought up the Premier League. You played there at such a young age, and
Yeah.
some of your progress was actually kind of hurt because of mono, because of a virus.
Yeah, no, I know. I tend to forget about that. It's crazy.
Did you feel those effects later in your life? Like I know a lot of people are nervous about that with coronavirus, that it's not just the few months that you have it, that you're gonna. Do you like feel any of the effects?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem, right? I mean, I haven't really even thought of that. Like, you're actually, yeah, you actually reminded me. I didn't even know that that could even be like a, you know, something that carries on with you, you know. But with COVID, I mean, we don't know, like, we don't have those answers. So that's like, it's kind of like the most unsettling part too, where it's like, I don't know if this is the safest because, okay, I know, you know, maybe guys that get it aren't gonna die, but it's like, what happens later? Like, will their lung capacity be affected? Will they have symptoms later? I've seen people that have, you know, obviously I check the news and stuff, that, you know, guys have been, or people have been interviewed and they have 100 days plus of symptoms, and you're just like, could I be one of those people? You know, you don't know. Yeah, okay, there could be 100 people that, you know, asymptomatic, but then there's that one where it's like, it's really, really bad. So it's so much up in the air. That's why, you know, it's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, the big signing during the offseason for the Galaxy and MLS in general was Javier Hernandez, who
Yeah.
was only able to play 2 games of MLS before the work stoppage. Is it difficult for him to get situated with his new teammates because of all this? Like, do you think it's much more difficult?
Well, I think it's not ideal, but I think he's done all that he can, and that, you know, he's done everything that's been asked of him, and, you know, I think he's been a good addition, you know, on and off the field. And again, he hasn't really had any real chance to kind of gel with everybody. I mean, the game on Tuesday will be our first game, you know, since we played Vancouver at home back in March. You know, that's and we haven't even played a friendly against anybody. We've only played against ourselves. You know, we haven't even really got to 90 minutes yet. So it's like, you know, in that sense, of course, we absolutely want to do our best in this, and there's no excuses. But again, the preparation, it's not your ordinary preseason.
How did you stay fit during all of it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It was I mean, very limited resources, especially in the beginning, because obviously you're very scared at that point.
Hmm.
Because, you know, when the stay at home order kind of came in California, you're just like, oh my God, like what is going to happen? So even just kind of doing things in the street was like a stretch. You know, but as time went on and people started to kind of, you know, really follow the protocols, and it felt a little bit safer to just even go outside. I resorted to just running on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy, man. I mean, it kind of went back to the basics. You didn't really have a choice, you
No.
know. So
No.
yeah, you know, one thing's for sure, we'll never forget this time. You know.
No. Well, we brought up the happy signing of Javier Hernandez. I have to ask because people want to know: has anyone heard from Zlatan since he left?
You know what? To be honest with you, no, not at all. I mean, that once he said good, well, he didn't even say goodbye to us, but he once he whatever posted something on Instagram, I think that was it.
Yeah.
That was the yeah, that was, and well, I mean, that's just, you know, that's just him.
Yeah. He's not a chill dude.
He's an interesting character
Yeah.
for sure.
Not chill.